Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, welcome to Entry. I, Deepmani Bhardwaj, welcome you all again, and today we are going to discuss unknown facts about our father of nation, that is Mahatma Gandhi. So let's start with our topic. Mahatma Gandhi. See, Mahatma Gandhiji's original name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and he was born on 2nd of October 1869, whereas he died on 30th January 1948. So he was a political and spiritual leader in India and played a significant role in our Indian independence. As we already know that his Ahimsa's mark or path was the most famous path that is followed by many of the great leaders. For example, it may be Mandela. For example, it can be Barack Obama as well. So many of the greatest leaders are his followers as well. So Gandhiji developed the best technique of non-violent agitation, which he called Satyagraha, that is Satya ka Agrah. Gandhiji believed that highest degree of consciousness was sacrifice. Fine. Now let's talk about his birthdays, that is Gandhi Jayanti. So Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, that is Gandhi Jayanti or Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti, is a gazetted Indian holiday that is on October 2nd every year. It marks the anniversary of Mahatma Gandhiji's birth on 2nd of October 1869, and Gandhiji is remembered for his contributions towards Indian freedom struggle from his path, that is of Ahimsa. Now, we are celebrating Mahatma Gandhiji's 151st birthday this year. So, this year on 2nd October, that is on the 2nd October of 2020, we will be celebrating Mahatma Gandhiji's 151st birthday. Gandhiji's birthday, 2nd October, is commemorated as the International Day of Non-Violence. This is very important. If anyone asks about the International Day of Non-Violence, you must be aware of it. And during this day, that is on the birthday of Gandhiji, many people sing Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram, which was Gandhiji's most favorite devotional song. Fine. So now let's switch our topic to the unknown facts about our father of nation. So the first fact is Gandhiji's activism started in South Africa, where he faced racism by white South Africans. Gandhiji was removed from the first class railway compartment in South Africa. Despite having a first class ticket, he was thrown off a train. Now, from here, he came to know that, yeah, something must be done that is happening with the Indians. And what was happening with the Indians? The unjust treatment of Indians. So, from that point onwards, he started opposing the unjust treatment of the Indians. Fine. Next important point. Gandhiji's method of charkha represented interdependence, self-sufficiency, and quiet revolution against British control of indigenous industries. At that time, people were facing many issues by using the British goods as they were highly taxed. There were many issues. So Gandhi did what? Gandhi told you can use charkha. It will be representing the interdependence, self-sufficiency, and the quiet revolution against the British control of indigenous industries. So Gandhiji was a master of spinning himself. He even spin charkha by himself. Now, he also encouraged his fellow Indians to make home-spun cloth instead of purchasing highly taxed British goods. So he said, when we can create our own products, why should we be there with the British goods? Fine. So he said what? He told that we must use charkha, and he promoted khadi. Fine. So let's have a look on the third point. The third point says in 1930, Gandhiji was sent to jail in India for 1 year after illegally producing salt from salt water and leading the salt march. Now, Gandhiji did this. He illegally produced salt and started the salt march just to protest government's heavy tax on salt in India. The thing was that at that time in 1930s, what was happening? British government levied heavy taxes on the salt production in India, and we already know that salt production in India must be as much as low as possible, because each and every human being needs salt in each and everything, almost each and everything, whether he's preparing food or he's eating salads and all. So in maximum food products salt is used, isn't it? So he did what? He illegally produced the salt and led the salt march, and because of this he was sent to the jail. Many people are not aware about it. Next unknown fact. Gandhiji wanted the fair treatment for people in lower caste known as Dalits, whom he referred as Harijans. So Gandhiji wanted that untouchability concept should be removed from India, and it was very much needed and is still needed in some parts of India, isn't it? So he referred Harijans as the children of God, or Dalit were referred as the Harijans. Fine. So Gandhiji tried to inform Indians about the evils of untouchability and old caste system that was persisting at that time. Moreover, he conceptualized the ideas of cooperation and sharing between the classes. Next important and unknown fact is Gandhiji wrote two letters to Adolf Hitler where he addressed him as dear friend and implored him to stop the war. As tensions mounted in Europe after Germany occupied the Czechoslovakia, Gandhiji wrote a clear plea to Hitler. That is, Gandhi wrote a clear request to Hitler to please do not do that. And this happened when the tensions mounted in Europe after Germany occupied Czechoslovakia. Fine. So he asserted that Hitler and himself had both taken very different routes in the protest. That is, if one was sky, another was earth. That is, they were unable to meet because one was of violence and one was of non-violence method. And non-violence method was preached by whom? Mr. Mahatma Gandhi, and violence method was preached by whom? Adolf Hitler. Fine. Next important fact. Gandhiji believed in a unified India. Now this one is quite interesting fact. In 1947, leaders who chose to divide India anyway resulted in a Hindu India and Muslim Pakistan. We already moved, no doubt. Many of the movies are there which are made on this thing. So on 15th of August, an outbreak of violence erupted across the land with many crossing the borders into India or Pakistan. That is, the people from India tried to go into the Pakistan, and people from Pakistan tried to come into the India. And this was the time when very much violence was there. That is, all over the place there was a bloodshed. So Gandhiji responded by fasting until all the communities reunited. He wanted that all the communities must be reunited. He became very sick during this time until the Hindu and Muslim leaders came and pledged peace. Fine. This is the unknown fact. Many of us are not aware about it. Now, the most important fact that everyone doesn't know, Gandhiji was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times but never won. As one of the strongest symbol of non-violence in 20th century, later members of Nobel Committee publicly regretted this because they knew that Mahatma Gandhiji was the one that whom must be given the Nobel Prize, but at that time they did not give Nobel Peace Prize to him, but he was nominated 5 times. He was nominated in the year 1937, 1938, 1939, 1947, and just few days before his assassination in 1948. So these were the Nobel Prize that we can see that Gandhiji was nominated 5 times with the Nobel Peace Prize but did not receive it. And our last point for you is, see, we already know that on 9th of January NRI Day is celebrated. But do you know why is it celebrated? NRI means non-residing Indians. Fine. So NRI Day is celebrated on 9th of January. Now the reason behind it is Gandhiji came on 9th of January to India from South Africa. Since Gandhiji was practicing law in South Africa, when he came to India on 9th January, Gandhiji is considered as the first NRI of India. Fine. So because of that, 9th of January is celebrated NRI Day or Non-Residing Indian Day in India. Fine. So all these were the unknown facts that were related to the Gandhiji. So thanking you for watching this video. So please do like it, comment as much as possible and share as much as possible.